Hey WheelWOD community, my name is Sarah Black with Athletic Therapy Plus, and I'm here at CrossFit Big City in Victoria, BC, and I'm going to go through a few recovery strategies for after WheelWOD Open 17.1. So today I'm going to give you a few exercises that you can do after your attempt and get you ready and prepped to hit 17.2 next week. So with all the dumbbell snatches and the plate plyo push-up overs, we're going to target the shoulder, the joints of the shoulder, chest, as well as that back. So continue your other recovery strategies. Some of these are going to be a bit new for you. And we're going to use some functional range conditioning techniques to get you recovering faster. So the first one here are controlled articular rotations for the shoulder. We're going to do this at about 30% of our maximal voluntary contraction for a recovery strategy. So after we stress and put a lot of demands on our joints, we need to continue to move them through mild to moderate tension in order to get that movement maintained, so to decrease stiffness, as well as to help any inflammation that may be in that joint. So you're going to make a fist with your hand. Keep tension in your whole body. If you struggle with keeping the tension, you can use a ball to squeeze in your hand or a peanut. And you're going to start with your thumb back and keep as much tension in your trunk as you can so you don't compensate through the trunk as you go through. You're going to bring that hand up towards the ceiling. Once you can't go any further, rotate your arms so your thumb's pointing back again, and then continue through the range of motion. Okay, so you'll feel a nice stretch across the pec. And again, we're working at about 30% tension. So as if we're moving through water. Okay, we're going to do 3 each direction, each side, before switching through. And that can be part of your daily routine to help that blood flow, help that inflammation, and maintain that movement as you go through your week. For the chest, we're going to mobilize that T-spine so that we can really open up those pecs. So you're going to use a peanut. If you haven't used this before, it's 2 tennis balls taped together. And you're going to place it on your mid-back between the shoulder blades here. And we're lying back on it. Arms across our chest. Your legs can be straight if you need to. And we're just going to make a big hug with our upper body, relax our neck, and rock back and forth. You can move up and down your spine. And we're going to work that for about 3 minutes, working that different area. If you have rods or hardware, make sure you talk to a medical professional before using the peanut. Then we're going to work on an elevated pec stretch. So if you're very restricted in your pecs, you might just be flat on the ground. But if you need a little bit more stretch, you can either use the peanut a foam roller. So we're like so. But if you struggle with balance, you can also use a yoga block or a towel rolled up. And you're just going to put it, again, kind of in that shoulder blade position. And then arms stretched out. You can work different positions depending on where your pec is restricted. And we're going to hold that for 2 minutes. Once we've done that, we're going to move on to some spinal cars, so controlled articular rotations for the spine. You can do this in a seated position. either in your chair or on the floor. And we're going to, similar to the shoulder, we're going to work through that full range of motion, trying to decrease that inflammation, trying to get those joints moving properly so they don't lock up or spasm due to muscle soreness. And we're going to work in as much movement as we can. So depending, again, if you have rods or other hardware, you might be restricted in certain areas. So again, consult your medical professional. So what we're going to do first is start tucking our chin to our chest. Arms are across our chest, and we're going to move one segment at a time as we can, forward as much as we can. We're not moving through the hips, we're moving through our spine. Then we're going to side bend, rotate, extend as much as we can. Moving to side bend rotation the other way. Okay, so once I'm here, I'm going to go back the other way. Again, we're working that 30, maybe 50% maximum voluntary contraction. So we're not just loosey-goosey. We are creating some tension to control that range of motion, but not so much tension that we're fatiguing. So this is a recovery strategy, not training to increase the mobility. We're just trying to get the joints moving. Okay, so if we want to see that from the side, chin to chest, arms across our chest. We're trying to move one segment at a time, as much as possible, and then go side bend, rotate, extend, side bend, rotate the other way, and come back into flexion. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is some traction on that low back. So you're going to grab a Swiss ball. Or you can use a box if the stability is too much. And you're just going to bring yourself on top of the ball and rock back as much as you can, trying to create space in that low back. Okay, you can rock back and forth a little bit if one side is more stiff than the other. And we're just going to hold that for about 2 minutes. So, thanks for watching. I hope that was helpful. We'll see you guys next week after 17.2 is announced. And I'll give you some strategies for mobility prep to get you ready for that workout. You can follow me at Athletic Therapy Plus on Instagram, and we'll shoot some videos throughout the week to get you guys performing at your best. Good luck.